You know that feeling where you just want to build something in The Sims, but you don't know what? There is a website for that. It's called the Random Build Generator. So we are gonna build a yellow adobe house in Evergreen Harbor with a lot of trade volcanic activity for full Sims with a budget of 65k. It must include a motion gaming rig, a chef station and a nursery. So I started by finding a good spot in Evergreen Harbor. It's gonna be a pretty big house, so I went with one of the bigger lots that we got. I moved the sim in here so I could stick to the 65,000 simoleon budget. You saw me just cheat the money for this. I searched online what an adobe house is because I did not know this. Apparently it's a house, it looks like it's made of clay. If I am wrong, please correct me in the comments. It looks very Mediterranean and just very out of place for Evergreen Harbor. I think it would have suited better in Oasis Springs or maybe even Solani. When I started, I did know that I wanted to limit the packs a bit so more people would be able to download this home if you want so. So I only used the Desert Lux kits and Jungle Adventure. Those two packs really suit together, they really go well together. So yeah, first I really wanted to do some feature stats, some white stats, but if you try to change the height in a platform, you just get a hole with a border around it. So I just used platforms in here, and the whole house is on a platform, which is still buggy, I know, and I had to correct it a number of times, but it does look good in the end, so I think it was worth it. Yeah, here you see me raising up all the tiles in here. I'm gonna do that a ton more because for some reason they keep glitching back all further up and I don't know why. But in the end it does turn out okay. I thought the front looked a bit square, so I used a round circle to add to the edge of the platform. I did want to make round stairs, but I couldn't really because it's just too small to make it round. And I made the roof look a little bit more interesting by different platform heights. This build has a lot of platforms in it. Now I'm looking for a chimney. I am gonna delete it in the end because I'm gonna run out of money. Right now I'm thinking got all the money in the world, and technically I do. It's still got over 50,000 simoleons. And I'm using the half walls around the platform trim so I can just use the same wallpaper on the walls as on the roof, so it blends in together a little bit more. I do hate that we always get the half wall trims on top. I just want it to be flat, you know, and yeah, we can't. So I'm gonna try to blend it in a little bit by changing the color. I'm trying to find the right color and it's close enough. Okay, how often do you just look at the top of a building? Yeah, and here I'm figuring out that Jungle Adventure is a very good idea for this build. It ends up very overgrown, and the only reason for that is that I needed to use debug landscaping because I ran out of money, and then I found some really nice debug plants that came with Jungle Adventure. So yeah, that's why it's overgrown. And I really like those pillars with this home. They're also from Jungle Adventure. And I want a bit of a roof on the front porch, which of course deleted my half wall, so I had to put them back. And here I'm looking for a trim. I hadn't really decided yet that I'm only gonna use those two packs I just said, so that is a high school trim, but I am gonna exchange it for the Jungle Adventure trim or a base game one. Oh yeah, we got those things that I really didn't know how to use the last time I tried to build with it, but in this build they just seem to fit. I'm using a low stone fence from Jungle Adventure around everything, and now I'm struggling with the windows. I am using mostly Jungle Adventure windows. I think only Jungle Adventure windows because I did try those from the kit, from the Desert Lux kit, but they didn't really suit this build. The Jungle Adventure one did a lot more. I used those really tiny ones that open in the bathrooms. Maybe not very practical, but I thought it looked cute. and maybe a little bit funny. This is the front door from Jungle Adventure, and here you see my platforms are messing with me. It becomes really apparent when I'm placing the doors. I'm just using some base game doors, nothing really fancy. The windows already still to show, so I don't really need the fancy doors. And looking through the lights, we got some new ones in this kit, and they look made out of wicker. I'm not really sure, but I think they look really nice, especially in this home. Yeah, and here the platforms are doing it again. I'm just checking all the doors if everything is level. In the end it is. I checked. It's on the gallery and it does look actually good. Also the new Desert Lux kit came with this towel and it is beautiful. If you do not have the Desert Lux kit yet, it is still free. I thought until the end of the month or the beginning of October 2022 if you're watching this in the future. So get it while you still can. There are a lot of good items and it is free. So yeah, this kit actually worth its money. And Jungle Adventure does have the best counters in the game. I do love the kitchen that comes with this. Just a very small kitchen. I think it looks really cozy. And I am totally forgetting that I need to place a chef station in here. So I am gonna remove those counter ones and place a chef station in here later on when I realize. Because we do need that according to the challenge. Also, volcanic activity is a fun one. Oh yeah, here I'm placing the chef station. Doesn't really blend in that well, but yeah, I thought maybe place a whole full, but it didn't really fit. And yeah, I ended up placing a divider here. This chef's kitchen and the divider are both from Dine Out, from the Dine Out pack, but these are the only two items from the Dine Out pack. So if you do not have that pack, you can still download it if you got Jungle Adventure and the Desert Lux kit. Here we're working on the entryway. I'm just placing a dresser here with a mirror, so your Sims can check the hair before they leave. They can put on their coat. Just some plants everywhere, of course, because it just looks a little better with plants. This is the living area. First I thought I'd place the TV on a diagonal, but the space was just too cramped for that. So yeah, we got place for 5 Sims to sit in here, which is plenty because this house is made for 4 Sims. In the end, I do make a little error. I didn't count the baby as a sim, which technically babies are objects, so I'm not totally wrong. And I replaced the single bed with a bunk bed in the kids room. So yeah, technically you can fit 5 Sims in here. This 3-seated couch is from Jungle Adventure, which I really like. And oh yes, we needed a gaming motion rig in here, which is really fun. And this is the nursery. Yeah, this was the point that I was really focusing on the challenge, what I needed to put in here. So yeah, there's a bassinet. It can easily be replaced with a toddler bed, of course. And I'm placing stuff in here for a toddler because a baby doesn't need anything. It just needs a bassinet and that is boring. So I made it into a toddler room. We got these new curtains with the Desert Lux kit, which are really pretty. I was trying to fit the rod on here, but for some reason it didn't work. It didn't fit. So I just gave up in the end. It doesn't have an extra rod in here. I am just searching for stuff to place here. This is a Jungle Adventure dresser, and I'm using a base game ottoman to make it look like a changing table. Of course, you cannot use this for a baby, but it adds to the realism. The little hungry caterpillar on the wall, which is really cute. This is the kids' room. I am placing a Jungle Adventure bed. And again, the curtains, which are really, really pretty. I'm using a base game closet in here, so I have the room for lots and lots of toys. My budget is starting to run low, so I'm starting to be conscious of the things I put in here. Still, there are lots of activities for the kids to do in here. I am just realizing I did not put any fire alarms in here. So play at your own risk. Just some art on the wall. Yeah, I'm using those stickers because they are really cheap. And I am focusing a little more on the budget right now. I still need to do the bathrooms. This is a utility room. If you got laundry day stuff, you can make this into a laundry room if you want. But I didn't use that back in here, so I just put 2 skill building items in here and a sink and some laundry. Just to give it a bit of the vibes of a laundry room. This is all base game, the clutter that I'm placing here. And I am placing a lot of clutter on those counters because I do not want your Sims to go cooking on those. Which I'm sure they're gonna try, and they are gonna wash the dishes in there. But I mean, there is a sink in the kitchen that they can use. I think, yeah, there absolutely is one. This is one of the bathrooms. It's the guest and the children's bathroom. I'm using lots of stuff from Jungle Adventure, which just looks really good in this house. And I'm placing some clutter on here as well, just to make sure your Sims won't go cooking on them. This is the master bedroom. I'm using the big bed from Jungle Adventure with the lights from the Desert Lux kit. It's a big room, so I added a couch in here. This is a walk-in closet. If I was using the Dream Home Decorator, I would just fill it up with that stuff, but I wasn't, so I just placed 2 dresses and a big mirror in here. I love the colors of that rug, and it just fills up the room very nicely. This is the master bathroom, and I was seriously running out of money, so it's a bit barren. You can always add stuff if you like. It's not bad, it's functional, but yeah, it's a bit wide. Yeah, and I put a archaeology table in the master bedroom just to fill up the space. And here I am searching through the debug menu. I'm using some debug wall lights that actually emit light. They are from Cottage Living, but they do not get flagged as being Cottage Living on the galleries. So I'm not sure what happens when you download this build and you don't have Cottage Living. I'm hoping those lights will stay up because they are debug. I don't know. And just lots of landscaping here. Yeah, I am totally going wild with all the debug landscaping. I'm using debug because I don't have any money left. And the plants are really pretty. I often use debug even if I do have the money, just because I want pretty plants. A lot of vines hanging from the house. I'm just gonna fill her up. And this is the final result. Let me know what you think of this house in the comments. I recently built a house where I used a random number of walls, which is here on screen. And I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.